Hey bestie bees, I hope you're doing okay. Welcome to Cozy Colouring. What have I called it? Cozy Colouring Club. I don't know, something like that. Anyway, we're gonna get cozy. We're gonna do some colouring. So I've got my mug. All the best people have a soft toy support system mug full of tea. So I'm on it. I hope you've got a drink. Please do say hello. If you're here, I want to welcome you to the live. So I'm going to be colouring. If you were on my Instagram live last night, then you will know I'm going to be colouring some more from our Screaming is Self-Care colouring book. So this one is sold out at the moment, and what I'm experimenting with is print on demand versions of our colouring books, which means that I can create way more colouring books without having to worry about having to store them and having to have like cash flow tied up in big boxes of colouring books and things like that. So it will give us a lot more flexibility, give me a lot more flexibility with sugar and sloth shenanigans. So, but of course, we need to do testing. It doesn't look like that. It looks like this, but this is obviously my sample copy. So I've been doing a little bit of testing already. I coloured in some pictures on the live last night. It's looking good so far. You besties had some really, really good questions. So here's the one that I did earlier. So you besties had some questions, which are really good points. So does it, do the colours run, oh no, sorry, does the ink run if I colour over the black lines? I've been doing a bit of testing around that. It's gone well so far. I haven't noticed that as an issue. These are obviously alcohol markers, quite heavy markers. What we've done with our square books is I always leave like a blank page. So here is the design. All the best people have a soft toy support system to match my mug. And yeah, and the page on the back of it is completely blank, so that you can colour. You can either take the page out, pop it on the wall or something after you've coloured it, but what you will need to do if you're using heavy alcohol markers is put in some kind of protector. Any paper, any scrap paper you have hanging around will do, just to stop the alcohol markers going through. So what were your other questions? Yes, so we were getting, you could kind of see, how do I describe it? If you're on the live last night, you might have known, so there was a question about it. So you could kind of see like some waves of like colour, which was a really good question, and you besties were like, is that the pens, is that the paper, like what's going on? So I wasn't really sure, to be honest, so I went over it again where there was the waves, and it has dried quite nicely. I don't really see them, but yeah, just more testing I think is the only solution for that. So let's do some more testing today. Hey Charlie, excellent, I can see the comments, amazing. Bestie Boos, just to say, we're in the Bestie Facebook group right now, but Facebook has like changed, updated its kind of rules so that I can no longer save this live in the bestie group for more than 30 days. And I know it's really nice to have a collection of our lives and our time together and not have it like deleted. So what I'm going to try and do is after this live, I'm going to download it and see if I can repost it like on our socials and things. So that's just a little heads up. So just, I guess, don't say anything that you don't want kind of shared on our other socials, which are still lovely groups and everything. I don't think you would. I don't really think that's ever been something that, you know, has come up, but that's just my warning. I might try and do that. I might not even be able to do that, but I just thought I would, because it'd be nice. Maybe I can share it on Instagram. Maybe we can have a collection on Instagram of like our colouring together. I thought that'd be nice. Hey, Kathy's here too. Excellent. Okay, so I'm gonna flip you around. Like, what am I gonna colour in? I might do Love Yourself You Silly Goose, because I'm in a silly goose mood, so why not? Let's give it a go. Okay, right, I'm gonna I did and the second one I coloured on our live yesterday, I did forget my paper, to put my paper in, and it did go through onto the next page, so silly error there, because I just warned you besties to do it. Right, let me flip you around. Boom, that was so smooth. You definitely didn't see any of my mess, did you? There we go. Hang on, I've got to rejiggle everything. I've got to rejiggle my tripod. I'm gonna rejiggle the paper just because that bit of yellow ink at the top didn't look super aesthetic. That's the only reason. Let's put some pens there to like make it look cute, you know, if anyone joins us at this stage, you want it to look cute. Okay, what colour? See, this is tricky because this is Anushka the goose, and normally she's white, but I don't want to leave her white because then I can't colour in. So I could do a yellow, I might do her yellow. I could do it orange. What colour? Let me know if you've got a colour suggestion. In the meantime, I'll use my pinks and purples as my favourite colours. I've got my paper there. Yeah. Thank goodness. Okay. Do a little bit of purple. So we had a bit of drama in the Sugar and Soft studio this morning. So I went in. I went to the toilet. All the best stories start with I went to the toilet, don't they? I went into the toilet, so lose that. And when I came out of the cubicle, and everything was all clear, by the way. I came out of the cubicle and there was a huge spider. Like, I like to exaggerate the size of spiders, but this one genuinely was huge. And Daisy didn't see it as well, so I'm just going to say it was massive tarantula. It was pretty big though, because I'm all right unless they're like quite big, and it was right in like the door to the toilets, like where I had to go out, and I hadn't brought my phone with me. I was stranded alone. I didn't have my phone. You know, a smaller size spider I could work with, but I was just like, oh my god, this is bad. So I I wanted the spider to move. Ideal situation, if it just wasn't right by the door, you know, then that would be much more ideal for me. So I decided to chuck some toilet roll near it, because normally, well, I don't know, I don't really go around chucking things at spiders. I just try and avoid them, but I feel like the toilet roll would have landed near the spider and it would have like scuttled away somewhere, never to be seen again. But that didn't happen. It did not move. So I was like, dang, okay. That was the only thing I had in my arsenal. So pink, yes, we can make our pink. Do you know what? I'm going to save this pink for Anushka, because I think that would be a good colour. So yeah, so I was like, okay, so there was an air freshener. There was an air freshener, okay, which is a little bit more intimidating maybe than a toilet roll. So I tried chucking the air freshener near the spider. The spider did not want to move. So the spider was just there. Oh, so I had to, and I just knew as soon as I went near it was going to run at me. But I had to leave. I can't just stay in the toilet all day, you know. I've got things to do. I've got lives to do. So I just had to. Honestly, Daisy said she didn't hear me, but I'm surprised she didn't hear me, because I was just screaming like fuck the whole time. So I had to leave the toilet, and it did not go well. The spider just didn't move though. It kind of went on the door, which was worse. So then I did have to leave. But then I was like, well, you know, I could go home now. I was going to the gym. I've been in the office. I was going to the gym. I was like, I could go home now, but I was like, I can't leave Daisy. I can't leave Daisy just to deal with the spider all day. And so I went to the gym and I went back, and I was hoping it would have just gone, but it hadn't gone. So I was like, okay, I have to deal with the spider. But then luckily, I guess this is a bit embarrassing, but luckily someone from one of the upstairs offices was walking past, and they were very nice about it, and they did move the spider for me. So it was averted. But yeah, I was just like, yeah, responsibilities, right? Oh. So it's, you know, the toilets at Sugar and Soft are now spider free, which is excellent, because I don't know, I feel like I'm scarred for life now. But I don't even know, if I'd had my phone with me, I don't even know what I would have done. Because I can't really just call Daisy and get her to move it, because that's kind of mean. Because she's not a fan of spiders either. See, Holly's on holiday this week. Normally Holly is the spider mover. Bless her. That was one job that we didn't do any handover for before she left, getting rid of spiders. Yeah, so we have dealt with it. It's fine, it's all good now. I know the trauma, honestly. I'm just like scared. No, but it's gone now, so it's all good. We don't need to think about it anymore. But I guess, is it that time of year? I don't know where they come in. So I heard a tip that if you spray peppermint water, spiders don't come in, they leave you alone. So, you know, I did do that. I spray. We've still got the bottle somewhere in the office then, because I left it there. I've got a separate one for my house as well. I did spray peppermint water. So it's just water with a few dots of peppermint oil. I did that, I don't know, probably beginning of winter. So I could try doing that again. Let me know, have you ever tried that? Do you have any home remedies? Because, you know, I don't want to do anything mean to them. I would just prefer it if they just didn't come in my space. Because everything else I'm fine with. Do you know what? In Thailand, didn't see any spiders. Loved that. Obviously there are spiders there. Saw a lot of cockroaches. Basically, where we were staying, there was normally, every morning there was like a new cockroach. But I don't mind cockroaches, you know. I'll like take them outside. I don't mind. I don't want them to like crawl on me, but I kind of just don't mind them like sitting there, and then I can just they were pretty chill, and then I could just take them outside. I don't mind that. Saw some snakes as well. Don't mind that. Well, if it was in my house I would mind it, to be fair. But you know, they were outside, so that was fine. There was that cat that I fell in love with, that I kept posting pictures of. So I invited the cat in. I thought it might like eat the cockroaches, but it didn't. Just ignored the cockroaches. When they were dead, that was, because there were some dead ones. So that's nice. What a nice topic to gate crash your quiet company, which Holly normally does. We do this every week on a Friday at 1 p.m. I know, Kathy, the trauma. Kathy says, I had an idea for the next October box, Creepy Crawly Cuties. Do you know what, Kathy? I just don't know if I can do it. So we've never done like a spider character, which is kind of unusual because we've done like all the other insects. Like we've done ladybirds, we've done butterflies, we've done slugs, we've done worms. What else have we done? Woodlouse. Not a beetle, I don't think, but I wouldn't be opposed to a beetle. But I just wouldn't do a spider one. Like, mainly because I like to look at lots of research pictures of the animal, and I just couldn't do it. But also, I just feel like, even though I'm biased because I'm not a fan, I feel like it's such a common thing that would just like, if I was a member of a subscription box and there was a spider one, like I would unsubscribe. I wouldn't be able to deal with it. So I don't know if I would do that, Creepy Crawly Cuties, but it does sound cute. Oh, okay, lavender oil. Lavender oil works, says Charlie. We burn it every day and they stay outside. Okay, that is a good tip. How do you burn it? Oh, do you mean like in a little oil diffuser thingy? Lavender oil. Okay, I've got the peppermint oil as well. Somewhere in this room, actually, I've got the peppermint oil. So I definitely need to try that again. Yeah, just because, you know, selfishly, I would prefer it if they stayed outside. It would make me happier. Okay, I've nearly done this text now. It's almost time to colour in Anushka, the goose. This little frog, this might be Figbert actually. But let's say it's not Figbert because, you know what, I make the rules. So, you know, this little frog is Figbert's twin. This one here. So let's have some names. Let's have some names for this frog. Figbert's twin. Kathy says, I don't like them either. I'm sure S&S spiders would be very cute. See, I just wouldn't want to go there, you know? But that's the only, like, animal. A spider's an animal? Yeah, I think so. That's the only animal. We're going for the pink goose, by the way. Who suggested? Kathy suggested the pink goose. That's the only animal that I wouldn't do a box of. I think, like, I don't know. So personally, I don't really have a problem with snakes at all, but I just don't know if like too many besties would. So maybe I wouldn't do snakes. I would maybe do snakes as like a minor character in a box, but I don't know if I would do a whole. Oh, I've just gone like straight over the line there, haven't I? There's no effort to maintain within the line, but that's fine. Do you know what? As we were saying with to Lisa on the live yesterday, there's no mistakes. There's only experimentation, and that's all fine. Do you know what? I don't even care. Yeah, I've been going around it actually just out of habit, but let me try. If I can go over the black lines and there's no smudginess, because well, not these ones obviously, because I don't want to put pink there, but over the eyes, and just check. That's not going to be an issue, and I'm using a pale colour so we would see if there was any smudginess. But yeah, I mean, people have phobias of all different animals, don't they? So obviously most of the time, most animals I would just do, but yeah, probably spiders and snakes I wouldn't, just because they are very common phobias. So yeah, I could have done a little belly for Anushka, a little coloured belly, but I didn't. That's fine. Just going with pink, which is very relaxing actually. I do like doing a solid colour. It's quite nice to do. Hey Groot, nice to see you here. Groot, was it you who missed the live yesterday? Because yeah, I am back now. I am back. So all the lives are back on. Well, it was just the Thursday tea party that I do normally on so a Thursday live on Instagram at 8:30. But yes, I am going to experiment with downloading live videos and seeing if I can post them in other places, because I know not all besties are everywhere, and that totally makes sense. So if you do see this video pop up somewhere else on the internet, not in the bestie group, then huzzah, it's worked. But you might never see it again, in which case, yeah, because Facebook's changed the rules and we can't save live videos as we once used to be able to, only for 30 days, not for indefinitely, which we used to be able to do. So there's my pink Anushka the goose. When she's dried, I might give her some little pink cheeks. And it does annoy myself that I've gone outside the line, but never mind. Oh wait, I forgot to do her wing. I forgot to do her wing. Let's quickly do that as pink. There we go. Lovely, lovely. It never happened. Have we had any frog names yet? This is quite important because Frogbert's twin definitely needs a name. We don't want them to feel left out. What colour should I do her heart? Also beak, also little feet. I forgot the word for feet there. What are duck feet called? I don't know. Thank you. Yes, well, I'm glad you caught me here then. Excellent. All right, so I'm gonna be traditional. I'm gonna do a green frog for Figbert's twin, unless anyone says otherwise. Philip the frog. Do you know what? I'm gonna go with leaf green. I'm gonna see what that's all about. Let's have a little look. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, that's the one. Oh no, it's a different one I've used for the S actually. I've seen people, because I watch a lot of colouring videos now, obviously. Now we're all about that. I've seen people do like little test pages where they put a little box of each colour, and I think that's super, super clever. I love that. But I'm not organised enough to do it, so I kind of just hope for the best, really. So let's do Figbert's little... Oh no, sorry, Figbert's twin. There, very lovely. Excellent. And the eyes. Yes, so I will be back live Thursday at 8:30. Those will be going ahead as normal. And then either me or Holly will be doing these Friday afternoon lives at 1 p.m. So there we go. I might give the little frog little cheeks as well when that's dried as well. Oh, okay, let's get into it. So Groot says, I was also going to say, I know you are considering new platforms for bestie community and some people weren't keen on Discord. Finch this is useful. Finch recently started using Halo. Spelled, well, it doesn't matter how you spell it. I don't know why I was going to spell that for you. Halo. Spelled differently to how you might expect. It's a community thing. It's a website and an app. Okay. So this is really interesting. So this is one of the things that I was researching when I was away, and I have got a community platform in mind. I obviously need to like investigate it more. Hang on, let me write that down. So I'll have a look at this one as well. Thank you, it's really useful. How are you spelling it? Yeah, Halo. So yeah, I have got one in mind, and it is because I was just talking about like Discord and all of those things, but I have decided to go for like a one that's paid for me, like not for you besties, but I would pay for it. That is like its kind of own standalone thing, and I can have like blog posts on there, I could do live videos on there, we can have events on there, loads of different things. And then I don't know if it would be an app as well. maybe one day, like maybe that would be like a nice to have in the future. Just thinking of my own capacity there for building an app. But yeah, I have kind of gone away from like sort of free, for me, don't worry, I'm not going to charge you for it, but free for me platforms like Discord, and I'm looking at the paid options. So you've said about this one, it's free to use. If charging people to attend community events, yeah. So I wonder, I kind of imagine that Finch like pay a subscription for it, but that would be really interesting, which is fine. Like that's the ones that I've been looking at. I can't remember the one that I've been looking at. Hang on, what colour am I going to do? Probably going to go with yellow, unless there was any strong feeling otherwise for the beak. There we go. Yeah, I'm probably going to go for one of the ones like that. There's like so many different options, which is wild because I didn't even know it was a thing really. What was the one? I want to say it's called like Mates or something. I can't really remember, but it seemed to be there was like quite a few, you know, businesses that I'd heard of using it, so it kind of seemed okay. But there is some different options. I'm still up for different options, but yeah, I would definitely need to be able to go live on it. I would need to be able to have blog posts, like not that much really. I might do some kind of podcasty thing, just because I think that would be fun. But yeah, have like loads of content and have one central place for like us hanging out, you know, because obviously there's like the whole issue with Facebook not saving video anymore, but also, you know, we always have to say, like Holly and I always have to say like, oh besties, like I'm going live on this platform at this time, and you besties have to remember like where to show up. So but that's really, really interesting. Yeah, I think we would definitely do things like community events in the future, but we're kind of in the early stages. Besties, I finished Anushka the Goose. I think she looks very splendid actually. That I kind of left like loads of white and I've just like totally gone over the lines. But do you know what, besties? That's fine. That's fine because she's perfect to me. And life is all about imperfections. And look at me trying to quickly change this into a life lesson. Rather than the fact that I've just messed up. It's all good. Oh, I've got a WhatsApp message. So she looks cute in pink. I think so too. I think she looks nice in pink. Yeah, I do often do the characters in different colours. So Arnold, you notice Arnold has quite a few different colours, depending on his mood, really. Okay, so I'm probably not going to have time to colour in a whole one. That's fine. I need to do this whole book anyway for like testing it. So which one should I might do this one. We might have time to do this one. It's quite a short one. Okay, so definitely remember to have your paper. Have your paper in there, bestie boos, because you don't want any ink bleeding through onto the next designs. But luckily the back of every page is blank. I feel like I've said that 1,000 times, but we do, honestly, I get that question like so much, so I really want to make sure that I'm being super clear. She looks very cute and a little bold, do you think? Are you talking about the worm or are you talking about, oh look, oh that's when I was testing on the live yesterday, that's when I was testing if it leaked into the colour, if the black lines leaked into the colour. Oh no, I'm looking for Anushka, but I didn't. Oh, there she is, a little bold. Well, how can you tell? Because she's got a frog on her head that no one has named, besties. There's only 6 of us here, so someone's got to name this frog. Figbit's cousin, Figbit's twin, even. Okay. Oh my lord, I don't think our glowworm has a name. This is our glowworm character. Does she not? That's wild. We definitely need to name the glowworm character. Yeah, I like the name Anushka the Goose. Okay. Yeah, so hopefully doing print on demand colouring books. I mean, it shouldn't really make any difference to you, besties. So print on demand colouring books is a way forward. and gets over those issues that I've talked about in the past and on this live as well, that just kind of mean that we can't do as many releases as maybe we would want to do, and as much choice. And do you know what, you besties are like so good with just giving me requests of things to do. You do make my job so easy, because you always like ask for stuff which is really cool, or like you want to see characters more in colouring books, or you come up with ideas for colouring books and stuff and lots of things. But you know, we're kind of trapped at the moment with the limit as to what I can make and what we can store in the studio. Like, it gets kind of out of control, especially when we're packing up the boxes, because that takes up a lot of space as well. So yeah, so this will be a nice little solution if we can sort out doing print on demand colouring books. I would like to do that. Kathy says, what's for lunch today, everyone? You had mac and cheese. Do you know what? I've never had mac and cheese. So when I was away, we were obviously really enjoying Thai food, but decided to cook some not Thai food, because obviously Thai food was very easily accessible. So we decided to cook some pasta. But not a big thing it turns out, in Thailand. And there was one type of pasta in the shop, and it was macaroni, I think, which I've never cooked before. And I just did it. I don't even really know what mac and cheese is. Obviously I can't eat cheese, so I'll probably never have mac and cheese, but I don't even really know what it is, apart from I assume it's just mac and cheese. But yes, I did cook macaroni for the first time ever, and just had it with tomato sauce, you know, like normal pasta. And it was fine, it was nice. But yeah, that's very nice. Is that like something you've made, or is that like from a kit? I know about it from TV because it's always on Friends, and they always like have it in a box or something, like have it from a box. Let me know. Lumio Glowworm, that's a cute name. Is Lumio like Latin for light or something? It kind of sounds like it is. That's a very cute name. Catherine, oh, do you know what, Gru? I read that as Prosecco, and I was like, ooh, so fancy for a Friday lunchtime. But you've actually said prosciutto. But to be fair, that does sound very fancy as well. So prosciutto, mozzarella, and sourdough. Ooh, I like that. That sounds very nice. It's just macaroni pasta. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it wasn't called macaroni. Well, maybe it was in Thai, I don't know. But it was, yeah, like the really little little curved tubes of pasta, which I believe is macaroni. It was alright. Macaroni pasta in a cheese sauce out of a packet. Yeah, I've seen on Friends and stuff when they have packets of macaroni. Okay, you know, I feel like I coloured this design in really recently, but I think I must have gone through the original, like when we had this book in stock, the original one, really recently, probably on these lives, to be honest, I wonder how different the colours I'm choosing now are to the colours I'm choosing when I coloured it in really recently. Okay. I'm just kind of choosing them at random. There isn't really a pattern. What do you do then, besties? So do you kind of plan your colours, or do you just like grab at random and do whatever you feel like? I've seen colourers on TikTok, is where I normally see them, like kind of map out their colour schemes and do like a little dot of the colour in each like place where they want to colour, which I think is very organised, but I just don't think I'd be that organised. Oh, is that the colour I've just used here? See, this is quite useful having this sheet as well, because I can test the colours. Let's go for a cornflower blue. There we go. Lovely job. Okay, I think we need, let's go for some lighter colours here. Yeah, so this afternoon I'm going to be working on some items for an upcoming box. Actually, do you know what? I don't think we've announced, but we have got the winner of the next theme poll. So Tiny Hug Club, our subscription boxes. The themes are decided by you, by members. So I don't know what I'm going to be designing. You besties literally come up with the themes and then vote for the themes. So it is a surprise for me as well. But I'm not going to announce it now because I think I know, but I'm not 100% sure and I don't want to say it wrong. But yeah, I think we have got the results in because it's been enough time. And there was a winner. But it was quite close between two for a while. It was touch and go. But I'll do another video where I announce that because I don't want to say the wrong one. But yeah, we have got so I need to do the pins for that box that you besties have just voted for. But then I'm going to be working on the dragon box, what is the theme? Dragon Dreamland. That's what I'm going to be working on for, yeah, probably for most of the day, to be honest. I feel like that's the most important thing I need to get done. Besties, I just sent off, did I share it with you? Oh my god, I don't actually know if I shared it with you. So I've designed a new outer box for Tiny Hug Club, which is very exciting. So I do this maybe once a year, but to be honest, not on a set schedule, just kind of whenever I get a bit bored of looking at the outer box. I'm like, okay, we've had this design for a while. So I thought it was time. So it's going to take a couple weeks to get printed, and then we'll have new boxes, and then straight away when they come in, we'll switch whichever box we haven't started packing up yet, because I want them all, when we send out a new outer box, I want all of you besties to get them at the same time. I don't want to have some of you getting the old design, so we'll straight away switch to the new design, and that'll be very exciting. So yeah, I can't believe, I don't think I meant to. Do you know what? I meant to, but I don't think I have shared the design with you, unless I'm lying. I don't think so. It is a cute one. I always try and mix up which characters get to be front and center on the box. So previously, actually, the boxes have had a solid color background. Yeah, so you can see when you do I think it's darker colors. Do you know what? I think darker colors are worse for it. But you can kind of start to see the pen strokes. But what I did yesterday was I waited for it to dry and then I went over it again, and you couldn't really see them. So that was quite a good tip. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the box. So previously they've been a set colour. So we've had yellow. Is yellow? Yeah, yellow's the one at the moment. Obviously with characters on and stuff, but the main colour has been yellow. And then before that we had blue. We also had purple, and then I think the very first one was a turquoise. So we've had 4, but this one isn't a solid base colour. It's more it's more like a little scene. So it's hills, and then the sky, and then obviously rainbows, because there's always rainbows. But it's more kind of there isn't one colour. So I don't know what I'm going to call it actually, because I always call them the yellow boxes or the blue boxes, but I don't know, it's kind of the the hillside box. So hopefully you like that. I do have fun designing the boxes, and I do like to design every millimeter of them, so there's always a few surprises. If you've got the yellow box, bestie boos, you might want to open it up completely flat, because there are a few hidden surprises that you can only see when the box is completely flat. Hey, we did have time to colour in a second drawing, mainly because I went over time a little bit, but that's okay. Might be on my own with this, but personally I think, why make colouring so much hard work with the planning docs? Yeah, I don't think you're on your own. Great. I think it's really nice, especially if you're doing it for a mindful moment. I think it's really nice to just do whatever colours pick your fancy, take your fancy. Do you know what, Carla? Hi, it's not an adorable pigeon. I would love to do an adorable pigeon. It's actually not. I see what you mean though. This is actually our glowworm character that we have just named Lumio. Was it Lumio? I think it was, wasn't it? We just named Lumio. The scenic box. Oh, great. That's a good name. So yes, I have remembered my protector. So we're all good there, and we've done this one, Lumio, be nice or F off. And then we've also done today, so productive. We didn't do that today. That was last night. We did Anishka the goose as well. So yeah, it's going well so far. I'm liking these books. I think print on demand colouring books could be a way forward for us. I'm really excited, but obviously, you know, more testing and depending on what you think as well, bestie boos. Okay, I'm gonna flip you around. Hey. So yeah, so I might see if I can share this, download this and share it around our socials a little bit, and then we can kind of keep this like record of our colouring together and our time together. I think that's really nice. Right, have I let my tea get too cold? It's okay. I'm not too fussy, luckily. Yeah, exciting stuff. So I'll be working on the next box, not the next box, but like the next box I'm working on, which is Dragon Dreamland. So that's what I'll be doing mostly today. And yeah, definitely be sending you some emails. We've got some other exciting stuff coming up, so I need to start talking about that at some point. So yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope this has been an okay quiet company substitute, and we will speak very, very soon. If you want to catch me live again, I will be live on Thursday on Instagram at 8:30. Love you, besties.